there's a lot of bad news for the Democrats right now, and that's why Tulsi's getting ahead of it, I think. Here is an ABC panel discussing what Republicans will do if the polls are this close.
Terry, 30 days to the midterms, less than a month ago, the Democrats were feeling pretty hopeful about their chances. Do you still get that sense?
Nope. I think the air went out of that balloon, in part because, look, the economy is so tough for so many people. Food prices, rent, spiking. If they've got retirement funds, those are evaporating. And even the issue of abortion, which did drive several special elections and that remarkable referendum result in Kansas. While there are millions of people for whom that will be the number one issue, I just think the economic headwinds are so tough. And Biden he just doesn't have the oomph as a candidate anymore. People don't really want him around, and he can't really make his case that I don't think the Democrats are in any better place. And I would also say, in this country and in other countries, polls are broken, right? It is clear that lots of people on the right just don't answer anymore. They were worse in 2020 than they were in 2016. And so you look at those polls, it's close. If it's close, it's a Republican win.
That's interesting because, you don't get a lot of good analysis, obviously, out of mainstream media. But when I led into the clip, I said, well, they're talking about what Republicans will do. I think one thing that it's not even Republicans, conservatives, you guys got it. Just sort of not the brainwashed NPC, non-playable character person. They're no longer answering polls. They also usually only poll by a landline. I haven't had a landline in 10 years, probably. When's the last time you guys had a landline? You got a landline over there? No landline? No landline? No. Right? So the polling is just completely out of whack. Let's remember, the polling was also completely out of whack right before Trump was elected because a lot of people didn't want to say that they didn't want to actually say they were going to vote for Trump, and then obviously they did. So the reason I showed you that clip, it's like they still want to frame, mainstream always wants to frame, or corporate press always wants to frame everything through how can we sort of save the Democrats. That's the idea there. But there's Moran basically being like, look, the economy is so banged up, Biden doesn't have oomph, right? Like this thing is so screwed up. He tries to sort of save them a little bit with abortion, but I don't know that the abortion thing is a winner for Democrats. I don't think that 8-month abortions is a winner. I really don't. I think, as I went into quite extensively yesterday, I think some moderate position on that, say 15 weeks, like many red states have, including here in Florida, is probably the answer. And again, I had actually read a bunch of comments yesterday. A bunch of you were saying, hey, there is no compromise on abortion. Murder is murder. I respect that personal belief system. And this is what the complex nature of having a pluralistic society is all about. We got to fit in all of our religious and spiritual beliefs and civil beliefs. And how do we match that with the Constitution and all of those things?